up on Fulton today, the Board of Commissioners addresses the 2015 millage rates. We'll tell you what this means for property owners. And Fulton's behavioral health team joins the U.S. Attorney's new drug enforcement initiative. We'll explain. Fulton Today starts right now. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis. Fulton County Commissioners tackle the 2015 millage rates. Finance officials requested approval of this year's tax resolution, which sets the millage rates that help determine the taxes property owners have to pay. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega has our story.
Fulton commissioners did vote to approve the 2015 millage rate after a lengthy discussion, and in the end, by a vote of 5-2, the general fund rate was set at 10.5, a reduction from the year before. When Fulton commissioners provided an opportunity for residents to comment on the 2015 millage rate and no one stepped up to the microphone, the board took up the issue shortly thereafter.
And request approval of the 2015 tax resolution, which sets the millage rates for 2015.
Finance officials publicly advertised and proposed their recommended rates.
The rates that are proposed for the general fund, 10.911, for the bond fund, 0.25. That provides a total countywide millage rate of 11.161.
Commissioner Bob Ellis proposed a rate that was just a bit lower.
There's a scenario here which I would like for us to look at and potentially consider, and that's a $10.5 million or 10.5 mils, which would be a 10.9% reduction from our 2014 millage rate, which would leave us with $116 million in projected fund balance, and an amount over our reserve requirement of $11.2 million, $11.261 million.
Each commissioner voiced concerns about what they viewed were needs and perspectives of their respective districts. In 2013, the general fund millage rate was set at 10.211. In 2014, the rate was set at 11.781. And in the end, for 2015, the board set the general fund at 10.5.
On the motion to approve the general fund at 10.5 mils, that item passes. That motion passes 5 yeas, 2 nays.
The board also set the rate for the South Fulton Tax District and the school board. Now you can see the rebroadcast of the Board of Commissioners meeting right here on FGTV at 6 p.m., or you can also watch it on the Fulton County website. Reporting in Assembly Hall, I'm Priscilla Ortega for FGTV.
Thank you very much, Priscilla. Meanwhile, Fulton's board was also asked to accept and match funds by the U.S. Department of Justice for a body camera program. The DOJ approved $250,000 for Fulton Police, providing there was a 50% match by the county. Chairman Eves and a host of other public safety representatives from neighboring jurisdictions recently met to discuss the use of body cameras.
We're headed in that direction because I think we as a nation, we as a community, we as police certainly see the benefits of having that technology as part of the way we do our jobs going forward. So I'm quite certain that we're going to see over time the continual evolution of technology, and more specifically body cameras being brought into the profession.
One of the issues addressed during that discussion was funding.
First of all, there's a budget issue, the cost of the body cameras, also the storage. There are also some privacy issues, some legal issues that need to be hashed out. But for me, we need to have the conversation. Certainly there's a national trend towards seeing the vitality and the usefulness of this. It is a part of the new normal, in my opinion. It takes out the ambiguity of what a police officer says versus what a citizen says. So I think that's the trend. And so there certainly are some complications and some issues that need to be hashed out, but the most important thing is just to have the conversation, lay the foundation so that we can have something special here in Fulton County.
Several neighboring jurisdictions are already using the cameras. In May, the Department of Justice announced a grant program to help 50 law enforcement agencies across the country buy body cameras. Now, the grant will also help fund training and technical assistance. The Board of Commissioners approved the funds.
The general fund at 10.
Fulton County joins the Atlanta U.S. Attorney's Office in the effort to clean up English Avenue in central Fulton. Earlier this month, federal, state, and local officials invited 19 alleged drug offenders to participate in a federal rehabilitation program called Drug Market Intervention, or DMI. 14 of the alleged drug dealers showed up at the meeting at the Lindsay Street Baptist Church. Fulton's behavioral health team is offering social services as a part of this program. Jennifer Bartle is with the county's behavioral health team. Jennifer, welcome back to Fulton today.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me.
So talk about your agency's role in this initiative and why did you all get involved?
Well, it's important to consider the role of behavioral health in folks who are committing criminal activity or involved in the sale of drugs or involved in the use of drugs and alcohol themselves. So it's important to have behavioral health at the table to address those issues that might otherwise go unnoticed.
And exactly what types of services would your agency provide?
The Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities has a variety of services to offer, including case management, access to services, including individual or group or family therapy, if that's indicated, as well as a variety of services that the department offers, including workforce development, access to housing, assistance with getting veterans or VA benefits, and those sorts of things.
And instead of prison time, officials are opting for this type of strategy. Why do you think that is?
For the people that they've invited for the call-in, which is what they're calling it, those folks have an opportunity to take advantage of these services in lieu of prosecution. So we know that maybe if they had opportunity to job training, access to job training, access to someone to help them find a job that's appropriate for them, education, or to hone in on a skill that's of interest to them, that would be an alternate path to them and instead of criminal activity.
And Jennifer, let me get your final thoughts.
Well, we are happy to be participating in this program. We think it's of value, and anything we can do to help, we're happy to do. If folks are interested in behavioral health services, we would ask them to check out our website at fultoncountyga.gov.
Jennifer Bartle with the county's Behavioral Health Department. Always great to see you. Thank you so much for your time.
It was a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
The Fulton County Animal Shelter has big goals for next year, and they need your help to succeed. The Lifeline Animal Program that manages the shelter wants it to become a no-kill shelter by the end of 2016.
No kill technically is 90% live release rate or higher, meaning that 90% of the animals that come into our shelter leave the good way.
Now, to help reach that goal, the shelter is offering a number of specials. One is a discount in adoptions for the rest of the month. They're also asking citizens to help get the word out.
One of the things we're asking the community to do is to change your social media page to an I'm In logo. You can log on to lifelineanimal.org and make a pledge. It doesn't cost a thing. All you have to do is say, I'm in for adopting, I'm in for becoming no kill, and I'm in for helping the animals in our community.
County Animal Services also offers a number of volunteer opportunities like its Run Club and Dog for a Day programs. If you'd like more information on the No Kill campaign or the volunteer programs, just give them a call or stop by to find your new friend. And still to come, a new library is now open in Milton. We'll take you there in our district by district coverage next. Fulton Commissioners officially open a brand new library, and the inaugural class of John Lewis Fellows get words of wisdom from the county chairman. Here's this week's district by district coverage. We begin with Chairman John Eves as he serves as speaker for the inaugural class of John Lewis Fellows with Humanity in Action. The District 7 at-large commissioner addressed the group at Georgia State University. The fellowship is a collaborative, human rights-focused educational program for American and European university students and recent graduates organized by Humanity Action and the National Center for Civil and Human Rights.
We talked about the history of politics in the United States. The Republican Party, the Democratic Party, going back to the 1860s after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, in terms of how African Americans were originally a part of the Republican Party. Some of the early elected officials in the 1970s and 80s, before Reconstruction ended, and it was a great dialogue, and then I brought it forward in terms of politics today, so it was a great exchange, lots and lots and lots of questions.
The fellowship aims to explore diversity, human rights, and social justice, and task the fellows with using their knowledge for the common good in their respective communities and countries. In District 2, Fulton commissioners celebrate another new library. The doors of the Milton Library officially opened with a grand ceremony complete with elected officials and community members.
We're standing here underneath one of the beautiful oak trees that we saved on the property. The Dinsmore family, who used to live here, came out today to celebrate with us. The Friends group is also here, along with so many members of the community and local elected officials. It's just a fabulous facility.
Fits beautifully with the community. The barn, the art, the whole setup really flows very well. And I know it's just something that the whole community has been excited about. We've got a huge crowd here today, even in the summertime with so many people out on vacation. We've got sort of a standing room only crowd.
The Milton Library is located at 855 Mayfield Road in Milton. The state-of-the-art venue is part of the $275 million building program funded by a library bond referendum that was approved by voters in 2008. This is the fourth library out of 8 new ones to be built. And finally, District 6 stakeholders hear firsthand from Fulton's transportation team about the future of Cascade Road at I-285. Traffic congestion along Cascade Road is expected to worsen along that corridor, and staff is preparing to examine alternatives. The group reviewed a PowerPoint that laid out the factors for the needed interchange modification study.
At the first meeting, typically we introduce the project, we introduce the consultants, the need and purpose, the existing conditions, the future conditions, and what we're going to do. At this particular meeting, we're discussing how we can approach Cascade at 285 and what is going to happen after this one. So this is the first initial discussions with the group, and then we were looking forward to go into a public meeting and then come back with another stakeholder meeting and then a final public meeting, and being able to, in the next 8 months, come up with a definite scope and need for Cascade at 285.
Options could include diamond interchanges and roundabouts. The next steps for the project will include a public meeting to be held on July 28th. You can call 404-612-0871 for additional details. Now, you can catch your commissioners at work all this week with a rebroadcast of the Board of Commissioners meeting right here on FGTV. And still to come, county firefighters get a green thumb. We'll explain when we come back. Well, students may still be enjoying the summer, but it's actually time for parents to start thinking about those much-needed health screenings. Glenine Lanier is the director of the Georgia Division of Family and Children's Services, and she's here now to tell us about a free health clinic. Welcome to Fulton today.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me.
So tell everybody about some of the health services that will be available for the students.
Some of the health services that will be available to our students will be items such as our dental screenings. We will be providing hearing and vision screenings for children. We will have glucose level of screenings for children, just to name a few of the support services available.
And what about the parents? What kind of services will be available for them?
Well, Shania, we are extremely excited about the services that we will also have available to parents. We will be providing HIV testing for our parents. We will also have blood pressure checks, cholesterol checks. We will have cooking demonstrations. We will have safety awareness classes. We will have Habitat for Humanity here to offer support services
just to name a few.
And you've got some other activities at the fair. Tell everyone about them.
Well, this will be a fun-filled day that we will have available for our children and families in the community. We will have face painting, we will have music, we will have free giveaways, we will have performances by local entertainers, we will have train rides. So we encourage our families to come out and get the supports that's provided through the screenings, but we also want them to take advantage of some of the fun activities we have available.
And Ms. Lanier, let me get your final comments.
This is an exciting day for Fulton County. We want our children in our community to be able to return to school with their needed supplies that will be available and offered to families. But we also want to ensure that our children are also being serviced and they're well-rounded in terms of making sure that they are healthy when they return to school.
Glenine Lanier with the Georgia Division of Family and Children Services, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you again for having me.
Now that Back to School Community Health Fair will be on Saturday, August 1st from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. It will be at the Division of Family and Children Services office at 515 Fairburn Road in Southwest Atlanta. Fresh fruits and vegetables can now be found at county health centers. As a part of the Farmers Market Nutrition Program, locally grown produce is available for free to participants in the Women's, Infant, and Children Program. Now, this market was set up at the College Park Regional Health Center. The WIC program helps qualified new moms and their children with food and health care education.
We have a lot of people that may not be able to get to a grocery store, and so we try to provide that for them once a year in the summertime. We also try to support our farmers.
Those who are not qualified to get WIC benefits can still buy the locally grown produce at affordable prices. The program is a way to bring awareness to healthy food options. Now, according to recommendations set by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, half of your plate should consist of fruits and vegetables. For more information on the nutrition program, you can call their office at 404-612-6754. Cooperative Extension agents continue to help first responders to live a bit healthier. Crews from fire stations 11 and 19 are growing their own vegetables in raised beds. Firefighters planted a variety of produce, including tomatoes, peas, and okra. There is also an area for fresh herbs like basil and rosemary. Cooperative Extension agents help them develop an elaborate layout that would help produce the most plants.
We built it from the ground up. We put everything in, and some of the things came from seeds. So they're so excited about picking from their garden, picking the herbs and tomatoes and everything else, and preparing healthy meals from the recipes that they were given from our office, from the Extension office.
The group of firefighters wanted to start the garden after finishing Cooperative Extension's 12-week walk-away program where they exercised and learned how to eat healthier. Now, if you want to learn about the services provided by Cooperative Extension, you can call their office at 404-332-2400. And when we come back, we walk the red carpet for the grand opening of Kenny Leon's latest production. Stay with us. Good news to share about some young swimmers on the county's Parks and Recreation swim team. The Swordfish team has about 40 children in the program, and some of the swimmers are breaking county and school records.
Well, right now what we're doing is looking for our next swimmer to make sectional. Sectional is the next stage after state competition, and what that does is combine the top 7 to 9 states and have their top athletes in swimming compete.
The swim team is always looking to build their team and has tryouts year-round. The swimmer skill levels range from recreation to competitive. For more information about the team, you can call 404-612-4058. And finally, the new season for Kenny Leon's True Colors Theater production kicks off in grand style. A steady stream of local celebrities and arts enthusiasts came out to the Southwest Arts Theater for the opening night of Chastened in Blues production. Fulton County approved an agreement with True Colors, and now the Southwest Arts Theater serves as the official home venue for Kenny Leon's True Colors Theater Company.
Fulton County Board of Commissioners, we are 100% behind arts. We're a leader in the arts, and this wonderful partnership that we have with True Colors is a dynamic partnership that produces some quality theatrical performances throughout the years.
It's very important, and it enhances the cultural exchange thing with different countries and everything, and all the kids and everything, so it's very, very important.
Chastened in Blues is a musical celebration about the untold story of Paramount Records. The Southwest Arts Center will have performances for Chastened in Blues until August 9th. For more information about all of the productions, visit fultonarts.org. And before we go, we'd like to remind you that we want to connect with you online. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course on our YouTube channel. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.